Well, they always say 3 is the magic number, and we're about to drop the puck on a little 3-on-3 action in EA Sports. Both teams look ready to go, and it's time to drop the puck. We've been waiting all day for this, and it has finally arrived. We're underway here. True North's got the puck against the half wall. Takes the puck into the corner of the offensive end. Denies him! Grabs control of it at the point. Here's a chance in front! And he up scores! It's Antler coming up big! Edmonton's got the game's first goal here in the first, and perfect road approach, right? Silence the crowd, Cheryl.
Well, yeah, and you got to start with some energy, and you got to get your lines into the game right away, and that's exactly what they did. They were like a wave of momentum, and they capitalized on their opportunity.
Montreal's got possession of the puck. Carries it into the offensive end up the middle. And that's broken up in the defensive zone by Hedman. Edmonton's got it into the offensive zone. Into the corner now. Tremendous block on the play.
Well, and the bench really erupts on that one, because otherwise it would have been in the back of the net.
Here's a short pass to Ruth. Here we go, on-man rush. Scores! Right on target, wow!
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it, James? That shot goes top cheese and just knocks the bottle off of the top of the net. It's bottle pops.
Inching closer to the midway mark of the period. True North's been the better team here over the last few minutes, increasing their lead to 2. Ruth's won possession. Grabbed along the boards by Hedman. Feeds it over! Montreal's got the puck against the boards. Grabs possession of the puck. Montreal's got a hold of the puck. Moves it over to Chung. Goes right to the crease! And there's the save on the play! True North's got the puck in the defensive end. Comes up with the steal. Handles the puck. True North's got control of it now from their own end. Angles it over to Ruth. Gaining steam here on the attack. Score! No! He saved it! Oh, wow!
Oh, he was swimming. He was out of the pool, James, but he finds his way back in to make that save. Incredible.
I can't believe it stayed out. Play continues here, but this crowd's still buzzing after what we saw. What a stop that was.
Yeah, and they're saying thank you to the goaltender right now, James. They're still on their feet. They're electric right now. And really, it's a nice feeling. Why? Because it doesn't always go this way, so when you have it, you embrace it.
Here they come on the rush. Quick shot. Montreal's got the puck in their own end. Taken by Gill. Levels them with the hit. The Canadians take it across the blue line. From center, they get into the attacking area. Ruth slugging the puck all alone. Oh, that just looked like indecisiveness there, Cheryl.
Yeah, and a lack of confidence as well, James. When you're in all alone, you have to know exactly what you want to do, and you have to play with authority.
Oh, he hit him and got all of it.
Oh, that's a tough one, James. You're along the boards. They don't have a lot of give. What that means, you're feeling it all.
Gets a piece of it with the trapper. Scores at the buzzer, and they get one.
Well, coaches always say the first minute and the last minute of every period are critical. Well, now they've got momentum heading into the next frame. They got to carry it forward.
True North's offense has been shining brightly so far in this first period. Sneaks away with the puck after he was tangled up on the draw. Well, there's the horn ending period number 1, but this one is far from over. Lots more action to go. Second period is just around the corner. Welcome back, everybody. We're your friends, Cheryl and James, and we are about to get ready to go with the second period. Set to get underway here in the second period. We'll see if they can stop the bleeding. All right, Pounder, put your analyst hat on here. We played already a period. What do you make of this one?
Edmonton's made it look easy tonight, James, and when you have these games, you got to embrace them. I mean, the puck's been on their side.
Breakaway! Scores! Quick as a hiccup, it's in the back of the net.
Well, you said it quick, James, and he is lightning fast, and he separates himself from the pack every single time and generates these opportunities. The goaltender can't get set to position and opens up a lot of holes, which winds up in a goal, James. You know, it's all about balance as well. When a goaltender is off balance, they find themselves faltering a little bit, and I think that was a part of the reason why the goal went in.
Montreal's got to find a way to get a couple more now after showing some signs of life.
The pushback is on, much more aggressive through this period than they were in the first, James, and they're going to have to continue that, but it's going to start on the face-off. They have to get a win, own possession, and start distributing the puck. When they do that, they're going to create some speed and some opportunities on net.
Edmonton's got the puck inside the defensive zone. Sends it across the ice. And that's off a stick. Dished on over to Hedman. Moves it to Roof. True North's got it behind the net. Scooped up along the wall by Roof. Takes the puck. And he takes the feed. Stoppage and play. Here comes a penalty shot. Hedman's ready to go one-on-one with the goalie. Fires it! Makes the stop under pressure. True North's got the decided edge in the shot department here tonight in the second period, and they continue to lead. Roots won the face-off deep inside the offensive zone. Edmonton's got the puck along the wall. Roots got it in the corner. Pass in front, and that's stopped. Oh, and he delivers a thunderous hit check. True North's going to play it from the corner. And the puck's kicked free. Dishes it off. Quick feed to Chung. Takes it into the slot. There's another hit, and you get a sense that this was a game plan to go after him tonight here, Cheryl.
Well, he certainly has a bullseye or a target on his back, James.
And that pass is redirected. Takes a shot. Scores! And that's 3. It's a hat trick here on the road.
Well, old hat for him in a way, because it's a business-like approach as he's on the road. He just says, yeah, just bring it. I mean, gets a hattie to boot.
Edmonton's won the draw, and they take possession here in the open ice. Can't complete the pass as it goes off a stick. Streaking through center, they go on the attack. How's that for a little rock'em sock'em?
That's rock'em sock.
He's got a little jump. He scores! What a shot!
Well, this is a great play, James. He gets in on the breakaway, and it's all about confidence at this point, a recognition to trust your skill set. He does just that, and he finds the back of the net.
And they take control of the puck here in the neutral zone. Looking to make something happen along the boards. Centering pass in front, and he denies that great opportunity there. True North's going to play the puck from behind the cage. Oh, absolutely hammers him. True North's gained possession along the boards. Montreal's got it along the wall. To his teammate. Denied by the goaltender.
Hedman's really hearing it from the home crowd right now. They didn't like that play earlier that injured their player, and they're going to let him know it all night long.
And now it's grabbed by Root. Oh, what a save! Penalty shot coming up after the stoppage in play. And here he comes from center. Chel scores! And the pylon continues, and these home fans, I think, have had about enough.
Yeah, they have had enough, and they paid money, and they're leaving the building. Why? Because they are frustrated with their team. Just a lack of effort today and just getting blown out of the water.
Well, there you go. 40 minutes in the books. All right, friends, go grab yourself some water, get hydrated, and then buckle up because we got an exciting third period coming up in moments. What a treat tonight as two dynamic talents collide. Bones' physical style overshadows the fact that he's a goal scorer. Hedman's big assist night was matched by his physical play. A lot's been written and said already about these two stars set to clash, and it finally goes down next. Just moments away from puck drop, both teams seem ready to go. The Salmon have won the opening faceoff and take possession here at the start. From one point man to another. Receives the pass. Near the point. Moves it quickly over to Demand. Prince George is at the back end. Oh, catches him in the open ice. Scores! And just like that, we've got our first of the game. Pounder didn't even have her broadcast headset on.
I was just putting it on, James. That was incredibly fast, and the coach couldn't have drawn it up any quicker. They say, hey, let's get off to a good start. I'd say they just did.
And on the heels of that goal, he continues that point-a-game streak against this squad.
Well, he uses the emotion of these rivalry series games to his advantage here, doesn't he? And he elicits a ton of skill when he gets this puck off. But most importantly, James, is what he means to this team right now. I mean, every time he's on the ice, he's getting puck touches, and he's finding a way to put it to the net.
And a stick in the lane ends that threat. Gilmore's taking it from his own end. Moves the puck. Quick pass to Bones. Along the half wall with the puck. Drills him. And a good solid hit on that play. Demand's got it along the boards. There's a firm collision. Slides the cross-ice pass. Into the corner of the attacking area. And he gets in front of that. Slides it on over to Bones. Carries the puck inside the neutral zone. Here's a short pass to Gilmore. Scoops up the puck now. Slides it across to Demand. Now he slides it up to Bones. True North's got the puck along the boards. Feeds it on over to Hedman. Moves inside! Hit on the play, and the fans are loving it because, well, he caused a lot of hurt here in this building.
Yeah, he injured their player, James, last game, and this is a rival opponent, and you know that the crowd is invested and they're engaged, and when they see a hit like that, they're certainly going to welcome it.
True North's looking to break out. Edmonton's moving it up the ice. True North's on the attack. There's a shot, and that one's turned away. Quick pass over to Demand. Moves the puck into the attacking area. Chance in front. Fantastic save.
This is a great reactive save. I mean, he sees the puck at the last second and is able to get his body in front of it. That is tough, not easy to do. He found it, and he made the save.
It's a contact sport, people. There's proof right there. Directs it on over to Gilmore. Solid hit on the play, and that knocks the puck off his stick. Oh, what a stop on the play! Puck grab by Bones. Inside the final minute of the first here. True North's got it in their own zone. Pass stolen in the open ice. Oh, look at this. Here's a shot. Turns that one away. And one last save. And that'll put a bow on the first 20 minutes of action here tonight. We've got lots more still to come. Second period is just around the corner. And we are just moments away from the start of period number 2. The second stanza is underway as the puck is dropped. Let's go. We've played a period here, Cheryl, and we've had an intermission to collect our thoughts. What do you make of what you've seen?
Prince George is playing a strong game here in terms of possession and trying to get pucks to the net. They're really attacking and finding those lanes, and that's exactly what they need to do if they want to go up by more than one.
They've got numbers here.
Bones always shows good instincts and great hands in the offensive zone. He broke the tie earlier, and now he's looking to attack the net again. It looks even harder when you watch it again here, but that's just an outstanding hit, and that's retribution. You injure their player last time, you better have your head up.
Prince George has got the lead here early in the second period. They have been the more active team offensively. Through the neutral zone and into the offensive end. Shakes off the defender with some nifty moves. And there's a glove save on the play. Lazar's going to keep and hang on for the whistle and just slow it down a little bit here.
As a goaltender, you always have to be mentally focused and ready to make a save, James. He hasn't been busy this period, but they're in the lead, so it's a safe play. He elects to hold on.
Scoops up the puck off the draw. Moves it to the offensive zone. Passes it over. Takes a shot. Blocker saved by the goalkeeper. Slides the puck ahead into the neutral zone. Avoids the poke check. Made that stop. And he takes the feed. Gilmore is going to play it to the corner. Edmonton's looking to break out of their own end. Here's an odd man rush. Sends it over. He scores! The captain leading by example. Still lots of time left in the period. You can feel the energy in this crowd. It's a tie game. Puck scooped up by Gilmore. Right up Main Street and on the attack. Got it. From the right side, they gain the zone. Edmonton's got the puck behind the net. The Salmon have it in their own zone. Here they come on the attack. And that's broken up. Puck moved over to Hedman. Makes a move in front.
Well, he does a great job of reading the defender's stick here. James, he knows exactly how to create a little time and space, and he takes it.
Oh, great move to sidestep the check. Here's the pass down low. And some textbook body contact there. Can't get a hold of that pass. And the puck sails into the bench, forcing a stoppage of play. More than half the period has gone by. Hope you're enjoying this one. We got a tie game. Off the draw, and a nice job locking up his opponent. Feeds it to Bones. Knocks the puck loose after a solid hit. Takes the feed at the back end. Shuts it down. True North's looking to break out. Prince George has got a hold of the puck now. Quick feed to Gilmore. Here's a chance, sends it in front, and he shuts down a great scoring chance there.
Such an impressive save, James, and I love to look at these ones again because it's not just being in great position, it's being desperate. It's finding a way to get to the puck, keeping your eye on it at all times, tracking it, out-battling and out-willing everyone around you.
Back underway as he wins the draw inside the offensive zone. And he totally whiffs on that one. And that somehow stayed out of the net. Shakes off the coverage. From the wing, it's moved to center. And nearing the final minute of the second. Gets it to the other point. They score! A clutch goal gives them the lead.
Well, it's very timely, isn't it, James? To give them the lead, and also the confidence that they've shown these past few shifts have led to that opportunity.
Well, that's another goal he has scored against them in this head-to-head rivalry. Like, he is absolutely gobbling up his rivals here, Cheryl.
He really is, and he's got bragging rights now. I think the Selly is a little bit much right now because he knows it, James. He knows what he's doing and how he's contributing, but what I love about this game, listen, he is fighting for the middle of the ice, right? He's getting to those dirty areas, and that's exactly what you do when you're playing a competitor like the opponent.
And they are ready to drop the puck on period number 3. And this one's underway here in the third. Cheryl, 40 minutes in the books now played. How do you view this one?
Prince George is trailing in this game because they haven't managed the puck, and they've been cheating offensively. When you're not in good position, you're not supporting the puck carrier, and it goes the other way, you're in trouble.
Feed to the middle. Takes a shot. Pad save, and he made it look easy. Great job there. Moves into the slot. Slides it across. Oh, just a great heads-up play by Demand. Looks to pass it to Bones. With possession along the wall. From the point, looks to make something happen. Puck sent across the blue line. Nice poke check. True North's got a hold of it against the wall. Here's a shot.
I love the willingness to drive north on this and beat your opponent to the space in behind, and that's exactly what he does by a great body position. Just look at his legs and the wide base to be able to get in there and get that shot off.
Denies him in close.
Well, this is an incredible save, James. It's anticipation as well. Recognize that the shooter is in the low slot, getting in front of it and making the save.
Picks up the puck in his own end. Sends a pass over. Blocked, and he may have just stopped a goal.
I think he did, James. I mean, you got to protect the house, especially when it's a great threat shot like that, and he finds a way to get in front of that and quick.
Moves it to Hedman.
I was never expected to score, James, so this never really bothered me. I was always on the defensive side of it. But listen, the goaltenders had to make some huge save. Everyone's talking about the chances. How about the tenders and their positioning and the ability to move within the net?
And he can't hang on after that hit. Shuts him down. There's another great save. And manages to clear the zone. Puts it on net. Oh, and he just got enough of that to keep it out. Slides it diagonally to Demand. Quick shot. Big stop by the goaltender right in front. We'll get a face-off after the puck stays covered up. Getting into the later stages of this period, True North's got a slim lead. They lead it 2-1. Off the draw, and he ties up his opponent. Takes it to the net. From point blank. Edmonton's got the puck. Takes the feed.
Well, you're leading late in the game. You've got to find a way to kill the clock. You know what the best thing is to do? Make sure it's not in your zone. That takes the pressure off, and that's a smart dump right there.
Edmonton's got the puck along the wall. Pushes it across to Demand. Less than 60 seconds left here in the final frame. Lugs the puck into the offensive zone corner. Feeds it over. Edmonton's got the puck. Exploring options here inside the defensive zone. Moves the puck along the half wall. Oh, he gets hit again.
Well, this is a tough enough game as it is, but if you have your head down, you are going to get land-basted over and over again.
Sends the pass down low. And he slides it quickly to Hedman. True North's working around along the line. Can't hang on to the biscuit after that. Quick feed to Demand. Looking to make something happen in the offensive zone. And a poke check knocks the puck away. And that'll do it from ringside here. Edmonton's been outworked. They've been out-hustled for the better part of this one. But they weren't beaten on the score sheet, and that is ultimately the difference in this one.
Yeah, it was an ugly game, James. I mean, they were beaten in all areas of the ice. You mentioned it. I mean, they didn't fight for pucks. They didn't compete on the battle, but they found a way to score when it mattered most.
Hi, everybody. I'm James Cebulski. Welcome to EA Sports. A little 3-on-3 action set to go down. centers are gliding into center, and you can feel the tension here in the building. And we have finally got things going here in period number 1. We've got icing on the play, face-off coming up. Lots of time left in this period. Still looking for our first goal. They take possession as he locks them up off the face-off. Goaltender covers it up, and we'll get a reset here. Edmonton's going to start with the puck in their own end. Return pass. Moves it quickly over to Hedman. Takes the feed at the point. Moves it around along the half wall. Scores! Edler! Step it up again! Edmonton's come to play tonight. They've been very aggressive to start, and as a result, Cheryl, they got the lead.
Typically, the home team has the advantage, James. So when the away team comes into the barn, they want to make sure that they're not flat-footed, that they're urgent, they're aggressive. And to start this period, to start the game, they've been ready right from the hop, and they're rewarded with a goal.
Here they come through center and into the offensive end. Fires it on net. Scores! What a shot!
A couple goals in a minute 50, James.
Cheryl, you stress consistently, keep your feet moving on the ice, and that pays off.
Well, they got the pedal to the metal right now. They're like a freight train.
And it's poked away in the neutral zone. Nice heads-up play there. True North's got the puck against the boards. Big-time stop there. Through the neutral zone, moving the puck along the side. And he takes the dish. Oh, how about that move to shake off the defender? And he snags that one with the glove. And a great save.
Eves makes an excellent save on his scoring chance there, James. I mean, he's dialed in, his instincts took over, and he got it done.
Drives to the paint. Decides to think about it. And he'll take a moment to regroup back at center. Gets the glove on it to make the save. Edmonton's got it in their own zone. On the attack along the boards. There's the whistle, and it's a penalty shot. Here's his chance, one-on-one with the goalie. Big save, and breathe a sigh of relief. More than half the frame has been played here. True North's really controlled the pace of play these last few minutes, leading by 2. And they'll start with possession. Edmonton's got the puck in the corner. Strong use of the body.
Well, he's having a tough time out there, James. You can see it on his face. He's really laboring and fighting to stay in the play.
Edmonton's got a hold of it along the wall. Oh, what a stop on the play. Gets all of it with the paddle.
It's amazing to me how he always looks like he's in the right position because he tracks and reads the play so well. And this time he gets in front of the puck that's right in the middle of the ice as the shooter's got a dangerous opportunity.
Moves with the puck in the corner. Feeds it down low. Oh, the poke check. What a read by the goaltender. Slides the puck over. Winnipeg's got it along the wall. Quick shot. Denies him with a save. True North's got possession of the puck. Steps into the offensive end. Edmonton's got the puck against the half wall and makes the save. And they'll cover it up, forcing a stoppage in play. Just here in the late stages of this frame, Edmonton's got some breathing room as they lead it 2-0. Winnipeg's got the puck after winning the defensive zone faceoff. And that skips away on a nice defensive deflection. Along the right wall and into the offensive end. Things starting to get a little physical out there. Shot! First period is in the books. The next 20 minutes is on deck next here on EA Sports. We are about ready to get underway here for the second period. Second frame is underway as the puck is dropped. All right, Pounder, how would you assess this game through the first 20 minutes played?
Winnipeg's trailing in this game because they haven't had any urgency around the puck. They've been chasing the game, and they haven't had any possession time.
True North's gained possession along the boards. Deflected away. Nice defensive use of the stick there. Here's a blast from the boards. Denies him. He got all of it. And that shot dies in traffic. And that one's turned aside. Good fight for the puck along the boards. And some good footwork to kick it away. Sends the pass over. There's the whistle as the play was offside. Still plenty of time left in this frame. Edmonton's got a 2-0 lead. True North's won the draw in the neutral zone. Good use of the body to knock them off the puck. Can't hang on after that hit. Edmonton's got the puck along the boards. Bears stick handling in his own zone. Quick pass to Huang. Cuts into the paint. Big play inside the defensive zone. Takes control of the puck. Quick pass across to Hedman. Edmonton's got the puck against the boards. Here's a chance. Denied by the goaltender. The Aces slide it through center. True North's got control of it now from their own end. Pass right back. Huge play in his own end to come up with the puck. Shot! Blocked, although that might be a save.
Well, that is a save, James. I don't think the goaltender would have gotten to position in time, and he's able to take it away.
True North's got it across the line. Here's a short pass to Hedman. The Aces have a hold of it in the defensive zone. He's got a step. Scores! Oh, wow! That's how you finish a breakaway.
Yeah, no double pumping on this one. He knew exactly what he was going to do, saw the daylight, and took it, James, for the finish.
Winnipeg's found some offense, and now they suddenly have made this game a lot more interesting here in the second.
And they changed the momentum. You can see it in the body language and the confidence. They've got themselves within striking distance of an even game.
And it's stopped by the glove. Nice play there. Edmonton's in transition. Passes it in front. Oh, and he comes up with a stop. The Aces will play it from the defensive zone. Dishes it off. Good defensive stop with the poke check. Moves it to Bear. True North's got a hold of the puck now. From the open ice, they gain the line. Drives to the sweet spot. Oh, what a save in front. Winnipeg's moving it along the wing. Lugs the puck into the corner of the offensive zone. A chance in front! That's a paddling!
These are the small space skills that some of these athletes have nowadays. They work on it continuously in practice, but to maintain possession while you're being jostled and shoved around, it's incredible to see the hand-eye coordination and the balance in this sequence to take it to the net.
We've played not one, but 2 periods now tonight. It's a chance to go grab that final snack. Go stretch your legs, because a big third period is just around the corner. Fans are buzzing. Teams are gliding into position here for the start of the third. All right, buckle up, everybody. Period number 3 is now underway. He got all of that one. Oh, and some smooth skating to lose the defender there. Passes it over. Works it across to Bear. Oh, fantastic save. Lightning quick reflexes. Edmonton's got the puck along the wall. Here's a shot. Oh, one of his teammates was right in the shooting lane there. Ref blows the whistle as the puck's covered up.
Wang's been outstanding tonight, James. Multiple puck touches all around the net. I mean, his underlying metrics are going to be off the charts, including his expected goals. He finally gets one. You can see that body language certainly changed. He's had the puck on his stick all game long.
The Aces move the puck in the defensive zone. Looking to make something happen along the boards. Rocks him. Blocked in traffic. Slides it back to the blue line. Strong defensive effort.
Hedman's going to have to keep his head up throughout this game. No one liked that play earlier that injured their player. The crowd is frustrated, including the bench. He'll have to be aware when that puck's on his stick.
Poked away in the defensive end. Winnipeg's got a hold of the puck. The Aces looking against the half wall. Shot! Stones him in front.
Well, he makes an incredible save on a point-blank shot here, James. I love the way he's aggressive, he's competitive, and he wins the battle.
And he slides it quickly to Hedman. They score! My goodness, what a shot on the one-timer! Getting closer to the halfway point of this frame. Edmonton's been the better team here over the last few minutes, increasing their lead to 2. Winnipeg's crossed the line and on the attack. Edmonton's got a hold of it against the wall. Across the line from center. Slides it across. Oh, that's a great shot block there.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's grade A scoring chance, and you want to make sure that you get in front of that one, and he did. He gets all of it.
And that's taken by the defense. Gains the zone from the right side. Here's a pass to the middle. Oh, and they couldn't complete that. Oh, he goes between the legs. Shuts him down.
I absolutely love this save, James. I mean, the shooter's in a point-blank range, right in that low slot, and it's just taken away. Grand larceny.
Passes the puck over to Bear. Shot! Oh, read it perfectly. What a save!
This is just great puck control to put the puck to the corner. No second shot opportunity.
Passes on over to Bear. They've got some momentum here. Sends it to the middle and score! Winnipeg's goal has suddenly tightened the gap here in period number 3.
Well, they're within one, James, and it's not enough right now, so they're going to have to continue to counter, transition quickly, but most importantly, retrieve the puck. That is critical to be able to possess it.
Slides the puck down low. Approaching the final minute of regulation. And that's broken up by Hedman. Takes it in front. Oh, and a misfire as that goes right out of the zone. Takes it and looks ahead. Hedman's got it in the offensive zone. Edmonton's playing it from the side. Oh, making his presence felt with the hit. Hedman's got the puck. True North's got it from behind the net. Gains control of the puck here at the blue line. What a steal in his own end.
Winnipeg's been disrupting play all night long, and this is because of their stick position. You have to find ways to be aware and anticipate where that puck is going to be going. Doing a great job, but this is still a close one. They've got to find a way to generate some offense.
And there's the final horn, putting a bow on this one here this evening. What an energy in the building tonight here, Cheryl. I mean, this thing had a little bit of everything, and I didn't want it to end.
Well, in particular in the first period with a number of goals, high-flying offense, but then everyone kind of settled in throughout the game and got back to playing some defensive hockey.
Hi, I'm James Cebulski for EA Sports. What a treat we have in store for you tonight. The champions on the ice looking for more. Great energy both inside and outside the arena tonight as we are just moments away now from puck drop. There's been a lot of chatter over the last 24 hours on social media about this one, and it is time. We're underway. Easy pad save made by Hedman.
Well, this is an incredible athletic save, but this is all instinct. There's no time to put yourself to position. You just react, and if you get there, you get there. What a great job.
Caulfield's got the puck in his own zone. Handles the pass. Along the half wall with the puck. Look at the Savardian spinorama. Answers it with an even better save. Big hit along the boards.
Well, he was so aggressive on this one, James. He recognizes that he's got to close and then shoulder on shoulder. This is a clean hit and disrupts the player from the puck. That's a beauty.
Takes the pass. Cutting to the front of the net. Edmonton's got the puck. Quick feed to Ruth. Carrying the puck deep inside his own end. And now he moves it to Ruth. True North's on the attack. Runs them hard against the boards.
Some players get into the game by physically engaging early. There's a fine line there, but that was executed perfectly.
Makes his presence known on the ice. Cutting to the slot. Quick shot. Spectacular stop by the goaltender. How did he hang on to that?
Man, he was right on that puck. He knew exactly where it was. It was tight to the crease. He got out and challenged right away to make the save.
Here's a shot from a tough position. Turned that one aside. And he takes the pass. From the left side, they enter the offensive zone. Rocked him. Great save from in tight.
As a goaltender, you have to be able to read and anticipate the play. He does it perfectly and is able to negate the shot.
Drives it to the crease. And he goes back to regroup. With possession along the wall. Can't connect. And the puck skips out of the zone. They'll be forced to tag up. Caulfield's moving the puck through his own zone. Moves it around along the half wall. Swatted away with the stick in the defensive zone. He might have a step here. What a stop on the breakaway. Scores! Oh, drop that beat. Edmonton's finally pushed through, and they get the first goal here late in period number 1.
Sometimes the end of a period, you know the intermission is coming, you know you're getting rest, and all of a sudden the tempo and the urgency increases, and that's what I saw this last shift, and the reason they scored that goal.
Just a little too much contact and couldn't hang on to the puck. Sends it in front. What a chance, but they can't connect. Final minute approaching here in this opening frame. Over the line they come. Driving right to the front. Decides to think about it. Fires it. Oh, what a stop there with time winding down. Well, fun start to this one as period number 1 comes to an end. We've still got lots more still in store. Kids are coming out on the ice here to play the little mini prospects game, and we'll be back with more in a moment. Well, the first 20 is in the books. Let's see what this second period offers. Here we go, middle frame now underway as the puck drops. Well, Cheryl, how do you sum this one up through the first 20 minutes?
Bacon Country's got to find a way to race to position when the puck is in transition from offense to defense. Right now, they're all over the map, and they're giving up way too much off the rush.
In close! Comes up with a monster save in front.
What a fantastic save from a high-danger scoring area, James. And, I mean, he's bailing his team out. They have to do a better job of protecting the middle of the ice.
Nice zone entry from the middle. Loses the coverage there. Takes the feed. Hammers one. Turns it aside. El Paso's got the puck along the wall. Oh, and here's the pass. Oh, and a 10-bell save right there. Bring it up.
I thought it was in, James. I was ready for the goal call there, but that is desperation. He finds a way to track and get to that puck. Don't know how, but he kept it out.
Takes a shot. Oh, wow. What a glove save. Oh, look at this chance. Here's the pass. True North's got a hold of it along the wall. They try to maintain possession inside the defensive zone. Stoppage in play. We've got a penalty shot looming. And here he comes from center. Shot!
Oh!
Scores! When you mess with the bull, you get the horns, or in this case, antler. Edmonton's extended the lead to 2 here in the second.
And I think they need to continue to play desperate. Don't sit back. There's a lot of runway left. Continue to take control of the game.
Roots won the draw at center. El Paso's got possession of the puck. Picked up along the boards by Caulfield. Moves the puck along the half wall. Oh, a thunderous hit. You might call that one karma.
Yeah, and the crowd is going wild in the building, James. Just really appreciative of standing up for a fellow teammate. And a lot of the time, that can rally the group and be a real game changer.
Look out. Here they come on the attack.
Wow.
He scores. Bacon Country's suddenly made this a lot more intriguing here in this second period.
I know it's cliche, James, but the game is 60 minutes. It's only the second, and they've got themselves within one. A lot of runway to go.
And called for the offside. We'll get a face-off. Here in the back half of this period, El Paso's shown a new energy over these last few minutes. They got one back, but they still need one more in order to tie. Cirque shakes the defender. He's on a breakaway and doesn't go. Bacon Country's gained possession along the boards. To the low slot. What a hit on the play. Oh, my.
Yeah, you clearly knew what he was doing here. He got all of them.
Oh, what a save. I can't believe he kept it out.
I don't even know how he got to that puck there, James. Goalie coaches are going to continually work on position. Well, this has nothing to do with it. This is all about, Will, getting to the puck and being acrobatic in your crease.
Roots got it along the wing. Here's a shot. Makes the save and putting out the fire in front. And nearing the final minute of the second. Another hit. He will feel this one by the end of the night.
Oh, tough night for him. He's going to have to keep his head up and move that puck quickly if he doesn't want to get banged again.
In all alone. Oh, he needed to make that save with time winding down. Net knocked off. It's Mooring. We'll get a face-off.
Oh, James, he took a huge hit there. We'll have to have another look at that one, but looks like he's having a hard time getting up.
Here's the whistle as the puck goes into the back of the net, but I think they're going to call this off as the play was blown dead beforehand. 2 down, 1 to go. Third period, they're ready to drop the puck. All right, the puck is dropped on the third and final frame. 2/3 of the way to the finish line, and this one for regulation time. Cheryl, how do you view it?
El Paso's trailing through the first 2 periods, James, and it's not a surprise here. They look like they weren't ready to play. They weren't prepared. They haven't managed the puck at all. You can't generate any offense if you don't have the puck on your stick.
Here's a chance behind the net. Rocked him in the open ice. Roof's going to play it against the half wall. Denies that opportunity.
Great positioning by the goaltender to redirect it to the corner, getting it out of danger.
Big time stop there. Goes right to the crease and makes the save. Here's a chance. Huge save on the play. Oh my goodness, wow.
Absolutely incredible that he could extend himself like that, James, to be able to get onto that puck. Incredible save. Hedman's dialed in and anticipating the play so effectively, making a huge save from a dangerous spot on the ice.
Stoppage in play. Here comes a penalty shot. Here's his chance, one-on-one with the goalie. Puts it on net. Scores! Adler charges through.
Now, if you want to be effective when you have a penalty shot, you've got to embrace the pressure, James, and that's exactly what he does. He reads exactly what the goaltender is giving him, and he puts it in the net.
True North's got possession of the puck after that neutral zone face-off. Handles the puck. Scores! And 3 is the magic number. There's the hat trick.
And I think there's going to have to be an extra stoppage in play here as they collect all of the hats on the ice at home.
Edmonton's offense continues to shine here in this third period.
Oh, this has got to be a dream for a coach. You know that they're telling their team in the intermission to make sure they stay to business, stay to task, stay focused. And that's exactly what they've done, and they've just hammered their opponent.
Rocks them on the play. Edmonton's got the puck inside the defensive zone. Look at this. They've got some bodies here on the attack. Grabbed along the boards by Roof. True North's got the puck here in the open ice. Heads deep inside the offensive zone. Roof's got it against the boards. Bacon Country's got the puck in their own end. There's a hit, and he's trying to leave everything out there on the ice tonight. And he takes the feed. Looking to make something happen in the offensive zone. Edmonton sliding the puck behind the net. Yeah, that's a bad pass, and they'll be forced to do this over again. And the puck stopper steps behind his own net to play the puck along the boards. And he'll come out to play it behind the cage. And the goaltender grabs that one for a whistle to try to slow things down here.
But when you're on, James, and just look at a highlight reel of the hat trick that he's had tonight. I mean, he does it different ways where that puck is on his stick. He has found his way to the net, and he's converted 3 times tonight. I mean, you just have to get the puck to him. You know, the coach and all his teammates are saying, get it over to him. He's going to put it in.
Receives the pass. A little back and forth. A chance to ice it into the empty net. Takes it at center. Back at the point, they set it up. And just hitting the final in on a breakaway with an empty net. Fires, scores into the empty net.
This was right in my wheelhouse, James. These were the type of moments that I played in, and everyone can take a breath now that the insurance marker has hit the 4x6.
Here in the later stages of this period, Edmonton's turned this into a blowout, now leading by 4. Puck has dropped, and we are back underway. El Paso's got it along the wall. Goes full circle with the puck. Scores! goes. Well, that's number 2-pounder.
Yeah, he's been all over the puck tonight. He's feeling it. He's confident. You gotta believe he's gonna be looking for the Hattie. Oh, I want to have another look at this one, James. I could never do this. This puck would be in the corner if it were on my stick. I mean, the spinorama, you got to have the edge work, and you have to have your eyes on the prize, that being the net, to be able to take it to it.
Great stretch. He's got a chance on a breakaway. Breakaway save.
I like the idea around this, Steve. The goaltender had come out and challenged, so it was at the top of the paint, but he was quick, anticipated to make the save.
Goalie's at the bench, and the extra attacker is now out on the ice. Oh, you might call that friendly fire as it goes off one of his teammates. Edmonton's got the puck in the defensive end. Into the offensive zone down the right wing. Into the empty net, they score.
Oh, this is a tough one to take. You have the extra attacker on the ice. One miscue, it goes 200 feet and is in the back of the net. After another empty net goal this late in the game, James, you might as well put your goaltender back in. The game's over.
And we're moments away from getting back underway here with the puck drop. True North's won the faceoff at center. He scores! Oh, wow, what a finish!
Well, I love that he used his feet and didn't slow down, James. And then it's all about patience and composure, outweighing the goaltender, finding the room and burying it.
Edmonton's offense has not been a problem tonight. They put a lot of shots on net and laid it big time late in this third period.
Well, this breakaway is perfectly executed, James. He knows his bread and butter is his great shot, and he sees an opening and he takes it.
And there's the whistle, and here comes the penalty shot. He takes a deep breath at center ice. It's go time here. And he turns it aside on the penalty shot. Pounder, in a word, huge.
That is huge. And he didn't look nervous at all when they awarded that penalty shot, did he? He was welcoming it, you know, challenging the shooter there. Just look how aggressive he was, getting to the top of his crease. He wanted that one, and he won that battle.
There's the final horn, and this one's in the books. Bacon Country's empty net approach seemed to backfire tonight as they just tried to get a little too aggressive, and it cost them.
Well, backfire.
It's an electric night on the ice as two of the game's best collide. Wallin's both a sniper and a bomb layer. He's a fan favorite, dishing out the hits and assists. Pounder and I have been buzzing about this matchup. I know you're excited too, and it's finally ready to go. Next. Both teams lined up in the middle. We are ready to get things underway. The Muffin Men have established possession here early in this one as they win the draw. Wallin's got it in the defensive end. Fires it on net, and he catches that one with the glove. In front, and a stoppage on the play as the goaltender covers things up. Lots of time left in this period. We've still got zeros on the board. Roots won the draw here in the defensive zone. Edmonton's got it in their own zone. And he sidesteps the check all alone. Scores! What a finish on the breakaway!
Well, a nice play to pull away from the pack here, James. One-on-one battle against the goaltender, and he's the victor.
Edmonton's got the game's first goal here in the first, and perfect road approach, right? Silence the crowd, Cheryl.
Well, yeah, and you got to start with some energy, and you got to get your lines into the game right away, and that's exactly what they did. They were like a wave of momentum, and they capitalized on their opportunity.
The Muffin Men have the puck against the boards. Sandbrook's taking it from his own end. There's the whistle, and it's a penalty shot. And it's go time. Takes a shot. Shuts it down on the penalty shot.
I love how aggressive he was. James doesn't give the shooter any daylight in that net. Makes a huge save.
Muir's won the draw, and they're on the attack. And that's out of reach and out of the offensive zone. Tries to feed it over to Muir. He's got a step. Detroit's got the puck against the half wall. And that caroms off a body in the lane. Moves it quickly over to Muir. Here's a chance. Big save by the goaltender. The Muffin Men have the puck in the open ice. And he takes the feed. That's not going to fool him.
Hedman's made a great save, and even better is the redirect to the corner.
Here we go. They've really ratcheted up the intensity here now in the O-zone. Here's a shot. There's a collision. There's a collision. Picked up along the wall. Picked up along the wall. Moves it around. Carrying it. Carrying it. Point-to-point feed. Moves it around. Handed off to Wallin. There's a save. The Muffin Men have gained control of the puck along the wall. Into the offensive zone. Great defensive effort with the stick. Edmonton's got the puck. True North's looking to break out. Oh, look at this. Make some space. They score! And it's back-to-back tallies.
Yeah, and they've been chomping at the bit. Now they've got their opponent on their heel. They need a quick change here and find a way to continue the momentum.
Well, Pounder, you know something about rivalry matchups, and, I mean, this is what rivalry is all about, right?
Really is, and there's an uptick in his performance every time he plays this team, James. I mean, he's a point-per-game player when he faces this opponent, and there's no question about it. He is a difference maker when he plays against them.
Moves the pass in front, and he'll hang on to it to regroup here for a moment. Roots gain the line and on the attack. Moves the puck behind the net. Oh, those boards rattled after that hit. Wow!
And he's rattling as well, James. I mean, we knew that hit.
Moves, and that's 3 unanswered goals. And as my mom likes to say, they're cooking with gas.
They're cooking with gas, and you can expect that they have put their opponents on their heels. This is a team that knows that they have worn their opponent down. Now they got to keep the pedal to the metal.
And now he angles it across to Wallin. True North's got the puck along the boards. Oh, how's that for a hit?
Well, I like it, James. I mean, when you're getting blown out and you don't have much of anything, that hit can ignite a spark. We'll send a message to your team. Let's get going.
All right, time to get a clean sheet of ice here as period number 1 comes to an end. As you heard the horn sound, we'll be back with much, much more, as this is going to be a fun one tonight. A chance for both teams to refuel. They are back on the ice, and period number 2 is about set to go. A one-sided affair thus far. Let's see if anything changes here with the start of the second. Moves the puck. Oh, thunderclap, and knocks him off the puck. Sandbrook's lugging the puck. That's a good heads-up play at center ice. Moves it to the middle. And that doesn't connect. True North's got the puck against the wall. Angles it over to Wallin. And now he moves it quickly to Mir. Here's a chance. Denies him on the one-timer. Oh, what reaction. Can't get it to go. Scooped up along the wall by Sandbrook. Shot. And he comes up with the glove save.
Hedman's made a nice stop there, and that can be difficult to do, James. I mean, sometimes you get cold or you get lulled into a game where you've been in the offensive zone most of the time. So it's often about timely saves that makes the difference. Paul's found his rhythm here as we look at that last save. I mean, he has to be so on the mark right now, to position to be able to make it. His read is perfect. He's tracking well. I mean, you have to be quick and athletic to make that one.
Edmonton's got the puck inside the offensive zone. Takes the puck. Oh, and some lost momentum as the puck leaves the zone. And a tenacious effort pays off as he comes up with it. Oh, nowhere to go but against the wall. Great heads-up play in the defensive zone. Detroit's got the puck against the boards. Into the corner now. There he is from the slot. Oh, a clutch save.
As a goaltender, sometimes you just have to react. You turn the brain off and you just allow your eyes and your body to do the work for you. And he does exactly that with a reactionary save.
Slides it over with pace to Ruth. Feeds it over. And the puck leaves the zone. Detroit's ready to go on the attack. Oh, and the anchor is dropped on that hit. Here's a race for the loose puck. Detroit's got a hold of the puck now. Sandbrook stick handling in his own zone. Broken up at center. Beautiful read in the defensive end by Sandbrook. Great use of the body to knock him off the puck. Can't keep a hold of it. Grabs the puck. Sends it over to Ruth. Edmonton's moving it into the offensive end. Big save in front. Off the post. And that's a smart heads-up play by Hull. Across the point. Oh, he stops him with a glove. Great reflexes there. Here in the late goings of the period, True North's on easy street right now. They lead at 3-0. And they win the draw. Now let's see what they can do with it. Here's a shot. Oh, he stopped it. Got a pad on that one. And he fights off another save.
Wow, James, was he ever dialed in that sequence of saves? I mean, 1, 2, multiple saves here. His D's got to help him out.
Takes that pass back at the point. Stops him cold. True North's got a hold of it against the wall. Well, there's the horn, and that means 2 periods down. And there's still a critical third to play. Looking forward to this one. Third period action is coming up. Welcome back to EA Sports, your home for all things hockey. Sobalski, Pounder, and here comes the third. Well, this has been an absolute blowout through the first 2 periods as we get underway here in the third. We've played 2 periods, 1 more to go. Cheryl, how do you assess what you've seen?
True North's been driving play all game. They sit with a comfortable lead with 20 minutes to go here, and they need to make sure they manage the puck and make smart decisions, and then they can call this one a win.
And that's knocked away in the defensive end by Ruth. Detroit's got it now. Sends a pass over. Denies him with the pad. Quick pass to Sambrook. Nearing the point. Here's a shot. Goaltender covers up. We got a stoppage in play.
Sometimes it's all working for you, James, and it's all working for him tonight. And you wish you could just circle these dates on the calendar and remember them and recall them when you're facing adversity, because everything seems to be working for him tonight. When it's on his stick, when it's off his stick, his shot, everything is looking good. A multiple-point effort in this one so far.
True North's through center and now in the offensive end. Solid hit on the play. Shot! And that's blocked in traffic. True North's got it in their own zone. Here they are on the attack. Slides it across. Picked up along the wall by Wallin. Here's a shot. Oh, it almost fooled him, but he saves it.
The key to being a great goaltender is not giving up second shot opportunities, and it's playing the rebounds to the corner. He does an excellent job here.
Icing is the call. We'll get a reset.
Well, this hit is a response to the injury last game, and they're really standing up for their teammate right now, all in response to that injury. And it's about finding a way to send a very clear message.
Detroit's run into a hot goaltender tonight. They've had no shortage of scoring opportunities, but yet they can't convert, and they trail here in the third. We got a whistle offside to call. More than half the period has gone by. Hope you're enjoying this one. Edmonton's got a 3-0 lead. They have been in control right from the start. True North's got a hold of the puck off the draw. And there we go. Icing is the call. Teams are lined up, and we are ready to take this draw. Puck is dropped. We're back underway. Quick shot. Makes it look easy with the stop. True North's in on the offensive attack now. Scores! And that's 4 in a row, and they are rolling. tonight.
Well, the whole bench is rolling. Why? Because they're all getting goals and apples. Padding the stats tonight. You can feel the energy as they're all standing up. They've gotten 4 in a row.
Roofs won the draw inside the neutral zone. Scoops up the puck here. Takes the feed into the middle now.
That's how you get north in a hurry. Fantastic stretch pass.
Detroit's got control of it now from their own end. They've got numbers here. Shot! Oh, tremendous reflexes as he turns aside the one-timer. Wow! Dishes it off.
Ruth's been so dangerous tonight. He's got 2 in the game. You know he's looking for the Hattie.
And he easily stops that one. Detroit's got a hold of it along the wall. To the front! Decides to think about it. Taken along the wall by Wallin. Gains control of the puck here at the line. From a tight angle, throws it on net. Hedman's got the puck, and he's going to hang on.
Well, you can certainly sense the frustration. I mean, they're getting blown out in this game, and he deploys that hit. You can see it in the body language right now by the entire bench. They're extremely frustrated.
And they win the draw in the offensive zone, and they go to work. Puts the puck on net with the stop. True North's got a hold of the puck. Inside of the final minute here in the third. Detroit's got possession of the puck. Here he is, takes the shot. Oh, what a save on the clapper. Big hit along the boards, and those walls are rattling.
When you're along the wall, you got to have your head up, and you better be good in small spaces, and you can't get out.
Breakaway. Big-time save. He was dialed in there.
Well, he has the benefit of seeing it coming here, James, so he gets himself set to position he anticipated. I think he has a book on the shooter, to be truthful, and he makes a save.
Edmonton's got the puck. What a move! Comes up with the stop. We got a whistle as the puck's frozen. Detroit's time is running out in this one to try to even things up. They've had plenty of scoring chances, but no finish tonight. True North's won the draw. And he had it and rings the iron.
Edmonton's been finding the net all game long, and this one found the post. It didn't hit the back of the net, but they've got a healthy, comfortable lead, and they have their opponent scrambling. This has been a fun one to watch. You know the coaching staff is going to like it.